Okay, we're looking at a problem which is problem 4 in the chapter 3 assignment. And we're given information that the annual revenue for Corning Supplies grew by certain percentages over a 5-year period. 5.5%, 1.1%, a negative 3.5%, negative 1.1%, and a positive 1.8%. And these are revenue growth rates, which is another way of saying annual return rates. So they want to know what is the mean growth annual rate over this period. The mean growth annual rate over a period of time is the same as the geometric mean. And they want the answer to 4 decimal places. And they make a point of saying do not round intermediate calculations. When you're dealing with percentages, if you round the information too quickly, it can throw off your end result. So do not round your intermediate calculations. Don't round until the very end. So now we know it's a geometric mean problem, we're going to use our statistical toolkit in order to solve this problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is simply copy the information directly from the problem. You could obviously just write this information down manually, but I'm going to copy it and paste it into my spreadsheet that I'm going to use to solve the problem. So in your statistical toolkit, if you look at the menu, you'll see that the geometric mean is one of the tabs that's already been prepared. So I already have this open. I'm simply going to paste my information here for reference. So the next step is to enter this information into the annual return percent column. So I've entered in the information. And actually, I entered in too much information. But I've entered in the information now for the 5 years. And you'll notice I've simply blanked out all of the information after the 5-year period that I'm working with. If I had more than 5 years, I'd enter the annual return percentage in this column, in column B, and I would have to copy the equation in column C for each year that I wanted to add. The spreadsheet automatically calculates what they call a growth factor. The growth factor is simply 1 plus 0.01. So for each annual return, there's a corresponding growth factor that's calculated. And that growth factor is simply 1 plus 0.01 multiplied by the annual return percentage. That is the growth factor. Once you have the growth factors, there is a Excel built-in function that calculates the geometric mean. Ideally, what you'd want to do is simply match the array that's used in that geometric mean calculation to the number of growth factors that you're going to be using in the calculation. So we're going to go from C4 to C8. Then our growth factor, our geometric mean, is the decimal equivalent of this value. So the mean growth rate in this case in percentages would be 0.7152%. Entering that in, checking our work, shows us that that is correct.